Assessing the merits of an Alien film requires some unique and sometimes very personal calculus. Even given the equal and undeniable artistic and commercial achievements of the first two installments, you have to factor in what resonates most with you between them, horror or action. And then among the rest, are you looking at intention or execution? A theatrical cut or alternate version? Canonical authenticity or spirited departure? For readers, that invisible process may produce a result that echoes the tagline of Aliens vs. Predator: whoever wins, we lose. Counting the vs. Predator films, Alien, Romulus, marks the 9th feature in a 45-year franchise, and it seems to presage a xenomorph renaissance, with Noah Hawley's Alien, Earth series coming in the months ahead. As Romulus terrifies audiences, Variety ranked the Alien films, whether you viewed the AVP films as craven IP mining or glorious multi-franchise wish fulfillment, their contributions to the Alien canon were mercifully minor. Even though it ends with the city-leveling explosion of a nuclear weapon, this 2007 film has left the lightest footprint of any chapter. And it's a good thing. Sibling special effects artists the brothers Strauss delivered a story that's not only needlessly cruel, masquerading as irreverently violent, but features underwhelming wall-to-wall CGI, the latter undoubtedly a cost-cutting measure but one that leaves the xenomorphs in particular looking flimsy. Additionally burdened with a subplot seemingly pilfered from any of a dozen teen-oriented CW shows that were popular at the time, Requiem substitutes underfed ideas, including a combination Alien Predator, for memorable characters or even a single moment of real suspense. Todd Gilchrist, helmed by Jean-Pierre Jeunet, Amélie, Alien Resurrection, continues the series' trend of hiring strong visualists to direct, but trades the studio-meddling anonymity of David Fincher's theatrical cut for Joss Whedon's peak 90s slickness. By comparison, the soft reboot delivers more fun than its predecessor, but ends up being a worse film overall. Set 200 years after Alien 3 and focused on another plot driven by corporate/military profiteering gone wrong, Whedon's script revives Sigourney Weaver's Ripley, this time as a clone infused with alien genetics, for her to help a team of mercenaries escape a spaceship, the USM Auriga, that's been overrun by xenomorphs. Jeunet's nimble camera work keeps the story moving at a lively pace, but even if the action sequences, including audiences' first look at a swimming alien, carry a suspenseful charge, too much of the dialogue feels borrowed from 80s and 90s action movies, and not good ones, where the hero is obligated to deliver an endless string of pun quips. Jack Dunn. The chapter that provokes the franchise's most contentious discourse, Alien 3, proves an underwhelming swing following the 1-2 punch of the first two Alien films. After quite literally jettisoning Ripley's fellow aliens, survivors, which wouldn't necessarily be a deal-breaker if it was replaced with something equally intriguing, Fincher drops the series' heroine on a dismal planet where everyone is a shaven-headed, murderous convict. That should provide plenty of fuel for an "oh no, aliens" story, if only to instill curiosity about who will die next. But after Ripley determines that she's been impregnated with an alien queen, one meandering scene after another robs her decision of whether or not to kill herself of either basic suspense or deeper emotional meaning. Unfortunately, an assembly cut released on physical media doesn't improve Fincher's vision for his feature directorial debut. Rather than being glum, it becomes overlong and glum. JD heretical though it might be to rank this film above, well, anything that Fincher has done, Paul W. S. Anderson's spin-off merges two half-baked mythologies with earnest reverence and a crowd-pleasing efficiency. The franchise first began toying with CGI on Alien 3, and Anderson deploys some here, most effectively with the gargantuan alien queen that gets activated after a human expedition uncovers an ancient pyramid built deep beneath the ice in Antarctica. But many more of the film's sequences than one might expect feel like they were shot practically, and even if Anderson's notion of a puzzle box pyramid seems silly, it lends unpredictability and a gratifying if formulaic hero's journey to Alexa Woods, Sanaa Lathan, a worthy if slightly underdeveloped successor to the mantle of Weaver's Ripley. Anderson's all-killer no-filler approach prevents the film from either dragging or becoming weighted with self-seriousness, delivering a B-movie that's fun without embedding its tongue as deeply in its cheek as in Xenomorph S Alien Covenant, aka Prometheus 2, is a beautifully composed interplanetary epic that occasionally defaults to muted 2010s sci-fi, but thanks to Ridley Scott knows when to crank its chaotic energy up to 11. Merging the David, Michael Fassbender, mythology of Prometheus with a colonization mission that makes a detour to the home planet of the human-creating engineers, John Logan, Gladiator, and Dante Harper's script overindulges the previous film's philosophical quandaries but allows Ridley Scott to deliver set pieces with an operatic scope that's undeniable. It also marks the best use of CGI in bringing the xenomorphs to life, giving their births a fleshy, organic appearance and amplifying the gruesome satisfaction of their adult ferocity and speed. That said, its messy plot fizzles out in favor of a more blood-soaked finale, a good thing in the moment although a disappointment for David fans. But whether or not a third prequel happens, it delivers stellar world building and savage xenomorph carnage. JD.